seen the dogs ever go in a lift.
Oh my god.
It
should be weird.
Yeah.
Oh, look at their faces. We never bring them into town.
Doors closing.
Sorry, Toffee. You look so out of place. We're in a lift in central London.
What the hell? I need
They do a poo.
I need
Yeah,
a
what if they do a
They
shit in
feel like
here?
they've woken up in the future.
I need
Yeah.
a sock. I need a sock.
Yeah, I need a
she's saying.
sock, I need a ball.
Doors opening.
God. Oh, hang on now. Hey, look, it's the hoi polloi. Chi-Chi, you look so out of place. Doesn't she?
I wonder if they're saying.
Tell you what, dogs.
I wonder if they're saying it's
Tell
posh
you what,
wee
dogs,
up
it's
here.
Posh wee and posh poo. Something.
What's next?
Someone been vaporised. Look. So we're in Piccadilly, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh
That's
God! Look, stop just for a second.
one of the poshest
Look,
places
girls.
in town.
Look.
Oh
My. Come. Yellow diamonds.
my. Yellow diamonds.
Oh my God. How beautiful are those earrings? Talking millions there.
You know, look, the
Look
dogs
at the
up
dogs.
ahead.
The dogs are now trotting in a posh fashion.
They've gone posh.
Yeah, they come
I think
out of South
Toffee's
London.
like Nanny Thelma. She fancies it. Look at her.
Oh, look at her face.
Look at Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi's like, yeah, what? Chi-Chi, where are we? Toffee, where are we?
He's looking at the camera.
They're definitely showing off.
Oh my God. We have to go and look at all these shops. Listen, subs, I'm going to get Mark to film in these windows up here because a lot of you I know don't live in London. So, oh my God, there are so many gorgeous things. You have to be a millionaire, literally, to shop
This
the
is
street.
the most
You have to be.
expensive part of London.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the Royal Academy now. We're taking Nadia. Well, I'm taking Nadia to see the Bill Viola exhibition because it's so good. The girls are with the dogs in Green Park. But guess what we did?
We
What
just had
happened?
an incredible moment.
Yeah.
So walking along, and this lovely chap, young man.
Who
what
I
was
thought
about
looked a bit
18?
like Nicholas Holt.
Yeah, about 18,
Yeah.
good-looking chap, very polite.
Tugged me
Hello,
from behind.
Tugged him up. You're not the guy who reviewed the trailer of the new Tolkien film, are you?
Am I? Yeah.
Yeah. And
Anyway, turns out he's in it.
He plays the young Tolkien. He plays the young Nick Holt.
And
Nicholas Holt.
he recognised Mark from seeing him on YouTube, Mark and Maddie.
That's so funny.
I wasn't in that trailer. He recognised the two of them. Anyway, I had a really nice chat with them. Of course, I was dying to film it for the vlog so we could show him, because obviously he's going to be amazing. He was on his way to an audition.
His name was Harry Gilby. Hello, Harry Gilby.
I
if
hope
you
you're
see
watching
this.
He's on his way to an audition. You can tell. You can tell he's
For a
gonna be
stage version of
damn
another
fine
brilliant
actor.
film, The Hunt.
Yeah, so I didn't vlog it because I'm the most embarrassing mum in the world. Because
girls-
I asked him for a photo and I was the most embarrassing mum in the world.
Yeah.
So, Harry, I'm sorry I'm embarrassing, but my rest of my family aren't. It's just me.
And here's the photo. There you go.
Maddie went, I shouldn't have got myself in it. That was the thing. Maddie went, wait, I could hear her mumbling while I was
Well,
taking the
we
photo.
could
This is
Photoshop
gonna
you
be the
out.
This is going to take some time, she
We
was
could
saying.
Photoshop you out.
Yeah, it was really exciting. It was really exciting that Mark got recognised for being a film
Yeah,
reviewer.
yeah. I just want to show you this, look. Doesn't that remind you of the house in Psycho?
Do we just tap that so we can see it all in the background? Isn't it gorgeous? I love this little square.
As you come walking round, we're going to be late, so we need to hurry.
So what is this then?
It's an artwork which
Yeah,
is
but-
playing with ideas of film sets. So as you come round the back,
Oh cool. Oh, look at that, guys. Don't say we don't take you anywhere. We do take you.
it's a bit like the set of EastEnders, no?
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I miss that.
I remember
miss that.
never-
I'd love
I never-
to be on stage again. I'd love to do a play.
Oh,
I'd so
you
love
do
to
my
do a
play.
play. Mark's written this brilliant play. It's almost finished. Oh my God. We now have all our subs that could come and see it.
Yeah. We could pack Wembley
We
Stadium.
could fill a theatre. We've got more subs than
Yeah.
you could put in a theatre. but it's a lot of it is based on our relationship. And it's so frustrating because, of course, I can't play her because she's too young.
Oh, right. But I'll never forget. I mean, obviously, I've always loved film. When I was a boy, I used to break onto the Pinewood lot and I ran around the Batman set for the Jim Carrey, the Jack Nicholson film that they directed, Batman. And I remember the disappointment of loving the front of set because I love the imagination of it all and the fictional rendering in itself so real. And then I remember going around the back and whilst I marvelled at the artifice, something inside me died. I realised it wasn't real. Gotham City wasn't
Mark's
real.
never wanted to dramatise anything, so part of me died.
A small part of me died. And at that point I decided I want to be a filmmaker. Now can I just say, before we go in, this exhibition requires time and meditation.
Okay,
You need to
I
be in a
meditate all the time.
meditative mindfulness state.
I just had a double espresso in my cappuccino.
Good, good, good.
Not she fell over.
Fabulous, wasn't it?
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I loved it. Made me cry, the birth.
Did you stay to the fire bit?
Yeah,
Isn't that
yeah.
amazing?
But the water bit was
Water
just,
bit, were they?
I really want. There's a poster, panoramic poster, from slab to him being lifted.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They saw the one
Yeah, I
where he
got
fell
that.
into the fire water.
did
They
you?
fell in the fire water.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Amazing.
I've been banging on about him for years.
Loved
I'm so
it.
pleased you've seen it.
Absolutely loved it.
And the dogs haven't done a single poo or a wee.
Oh.
Not even a week.
And how
But
were
Toffee
they?
would not stop whining for you guys the entire time.
Mum, she
And then at one point, when we were walking up to meet Dad, her lead came out of my hand, and she was running like straight for the road.
Cross Green Park.
And I had
my
to
God.
chase after her, and I was like, help, help. I was like, Toffee, Toffee, Toffee. And like, I just couldn't get to her, like she was going, and then this guy just crouched down and managed
Oh,
to.
did he? Oh God, thank God for that.
No, but there were millions of people, because there's a parade going on.
Oh no. So we're now walking through one of the poshest shopping arcades in London and we're all panic stricken that the dogs could take a crap or a wee.
Because our dogs are the most embarrassing dogs in the
Yeah, and
world.
having not done a crap or a wee all day, they'll probably do it down Burlington Arcade. You see? Quick!
Smells so nice.
Quick! Chi-Chi's gonna do a shit. Chi-Chi's gone all posh, look at the way she's walking.
So we're on our way back to home time.
It is home time, we've been doing home time all morning.
No, but we're not home.
No, it's not home
We're
time
on our
yet.
way to home
This
time.
is home time. I always remember the word home time was always such an exciting prospect, even though most days I never went to
loved
my own home, I always went to my childminder's home. And most days that my mum did collect me, it was at the end of play centre, which was about 6 p.m.
But I bet you loved school, didn't you, when you were at primary school? Because you were so clever.
I look, why would that make me like it?
Because you'd love all the learning and all the doing.
No, when I was at primary school, I loved the sport mostly at primary school.
Yeah, I loved primary school.
And I didn't really get into learning academically.
But I did
until
love
college.
home time. Home time, everybody.
Yeah.
Because I used to miss my sisters. I used to want to get
Did
home
you?
and play with my sisters.
Yeah, there was always that
My
release
sister,
of
Dina,
freedom.
Dina went to the same school at me, and she was like, as me, and she was such a goddess, Dina. You know, she was tall and skinny with this long blonde hair. She was a prefect, and she was cool, you know. And I used to be able to say, my big sister will come and say something to you.
Yeah, whereas I had
My
my
big
mum's
sister.
first girlfriend, Lee. She used to beat people up if they were rude to me.
Because she was really young, wasn't
Well, she was about 18.
For those that don't know, Mark's mum was married to Mark's dad, and then when Mark was 1, she left him, didn't she,
Yeah,
for another bloke,
moved to London
and then she was with him for how long?
until I was about 4 or 5.
And then she became a lesbian. Well, she didn't become a lesbian. She
No,
came out.
She came out.
Yeah, she was. Well, no, but she wasn't really. She was bisexual.
Yeah, but then
She
she
is
had
bisexual.
principally lesbian relationships for
Yeah,
all my
ever
childhood
since.
and teenage years.
Yeah. So that's why her girlfriend used to.
Yeah, Lee, I used to love Lee. She used to have 2 bits of dyed hair, green on either side here, and she looked a little bit like Robert Downey Jr. when he was young. You know.
Have you ever looked her up on social media?
I bumped into her. She was bizarre. This is a bizarre fact. She's Graham Norton's chippy.
God, how weird.
Because we bumped into her on Upper Street once. Me
So
and
would
Mum,
you like to see her?
And she was doing Graham Norton's kitchen.
Would you like to see her or not?
Yeah, it was really nice when I saw her. I really connected with her. She was like a big sister. I mean, you know, let's not forget, it does sound odd. I mean, she was probably as close to me in age. I was 7 and my mum was 27 and she was about 18. So, you know. But yeah, I remember waking up in the morning one morning and this stranger was in the kitchen. Just trying to get to the left. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember waking up one morning. She was the first. There was this sort of naked woman in the kitchen making toast, and she looked at me and went, "You must be Mark." And I went, "Yeah." She said, "Would you like some toast?" I went, "Yeah." And she made really soft toast, which was really buttery. And I remember thinking, "I like your toast."
Imagine if she's watching now.
Yeah. Lee Tyler. Lee Tyler.
Lee Tyler. Hello.
Yeah, I know. I got on with her very well.
I've got that real afternoon slump where I need a big bar of chocolate. What a shame I can't have one.
Home time. That's what I think of with home time.
As
It's like
soon
you
as
go to
I
the
come
tuck
in,
shop.
around this time, that's what I want. Well, actually, I thought it was 4 o'clock. It's not. It's 2:30.
So did you enjoy the art? We've had a nice day at the art.
Loved
The dogs
the
have been
art.
into town and behaved all posh in Piccadilly.
We had a lovely Wagamama's lunch, which was
Bumped into the
delicious.
star of Tolkien.
If you want to try something new, if you haven't tried it before, I have the cauliflower, bang bang cauliflower. So they were all like, "Aren't you having a main dish?" But what I had was, I had the broccoli, garlic broccoli, had the bang bang cauliflower, and the chicken dumplings, the steamed ones, and edamame beans. So all really good, loads of green stuff, protein in the chicken and in the edamame beans, and then lots of veg. And it was delicious, absolutely delicious. And what did you have, Mark?
Is it really very interesting? People hearing what I had for dinner? It was very uninteresting for anyone what I had. Chicken katsu.
With
There you go.
rice and salad. And what did you say at the end of it?
It didn't touch the sides.
So what did you enjoy lunch?
Just
He
this
was
having
still
3 meals a day isn't working for
starving
me.
after that full plate.
And now we're going to see Captain Marvel so that the popcorn junkies can review it. Oh, I tell you what. I tell you what you could do. I tell you what you could do whilst
Show the subs how tidy
Yeah,
it is.
you've got to show the subs how tidy it is. I'm taking Maddie to
Oh no,
drama.
it's not as tidy as it was. It was totally immaculate.
Well, you can take them on a tour. Take them on a
No,
tour.
but it's not anymore now.
Yeah,
Look,
but comparatively,
stuff everywhere.
that's all you. So yeah, take. Whilst I'm out, I want you to take the subs on a tour of what we've achieved. Because I tell you what, we've achieved a lot. Don't you love that phone? What?
We're such sad fucks. Aren't
Why? Why?
we just got like a kind of tidy house.
And we want to show it off.
Take it on
I'm going to
tour.
show them my room. Check out my room since I've done it.
Yeah, show it.
I'm going to show you this. Show you this, man. Check this out. Check this out. I'm just going to go in. It's like dark. It's dark. Can you see me? Can you see me? Oh, there I am. They need night vision on these cameras. That's what the... Here we go. Oh, do-dee-dee-doo-da. Oh, dee-dee-dee-doo-da. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, look, nothing on the floor. Oh, oh. Look at this, guys. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Now, the thing I do need is a bit of a dusting in here. Everything's a little bit dusty. Look, there's my alien shelf. That's art that I did at the back there. Look, Howard the Duck from when I was a kid. That's to be thrown through a window somewhere. Groot. Wonder Woman. That's a horrible noise. Iron Man. How real does he look? Look at me up there, look. In front of Thor. Yeah? Just filming in here. Look at this dude.
Oh my god, yeah, it's tidy.
Look at this dude. And look. Hey! You're an angry elf. Look, there's him and things. Do you remember when you used to play in here? You used to play on the floor with all my figures. And then
Yeah,
you...
me and Kiki used to take them all down.
Can you play it again?
I play with them. Like then we broke one of their arms and then they got
You
angry.
used to hide things, didn't you?
You get angry because we broke one of their arms.
It's only because you'd shove them back on the shelf and pretend you hadn't, baby.
No, actually.
Huh?
I came and told you and you got angry.
Look, there's Thingy from Breaking Bad. Jesse.
Hey, just
Oh, Jesse, air freshener smells. The penguin. Oh, look, there's Captain Marvel.
Oh.
Doesn't look anything like Brie Larson, does
No, it
it?
doesn't.
No. We've just seen Captain Marvel. Look, there's Agent Coulson.
Oh yeah!
With a big head.
Where's Samuel L. Jackson?
Look, there's Maddie eating chips. Is that eating chips?
No,
oh
it's the
no,
Barbie
when you
doll's
used to play
hand.
Barbie dolls. Do you remember when you used to play Barbie dolls?
Yeah, fortunately.
I wish you still played Barbie dolls. Look, Robbie Williams.
We need to go.
We need to go. We need to do shit. Look, she's hanging off a book. Look, there's
Have they
Bjork.
never seen this room?
If I never married Nadia, I was going to marry Bjork.
Well,
There's
did she
Snoop.
want to marry you?
No,
is
she
the
didn't
question.
really. Look, it's a bit dusty. Look, there's
Oh,
Daryl.
Snoop's gone on.
Snoop's dusty, man. Look, there's my old Blackberry. I just keep weird shit. Look, there's a robin smashing through glass. Look, there's vodka in a bottle. That's dangerous.
God.
Twin Peaks.
Not something a
Anyway, yeah,
recovering
look, there's
alcoholic should
Jesus.
have in their room.
Up there's Obama. Obama.
Oi,
the Lone
oi, oi.
Ranger. Alfred Hitchcock.
Dad, we
Gandalf.
need to go.
Cheese in a can. Sheep. Marshmallow Puff Man. But burnt Marshmallow Puff Man. That's the one that's after he's got burnt. And this. Oh. Gremlins. I love Gremlins. Look, do you know the Queen did her first Instagram post yesterday?
Yeah, you said.
Really boring. Come on, let's go.
What was it of?
It was of a really old document. It was really boring.
Yes, guys, it's official. We have a tidy house. 360 degrees. Now, I know for some of you, this will still be messy because there's bits and pieces over there. But for us, this is incredible. And we are all buzzing from it. And we've all been saying things like, God, can you imagine if we just had the house like this all the time? How amazing it would be. Look, even in the hall, look. Totally done, look. Mark's room. I don't know if he showed you how bad this was. I don't know if you ever saw how. Totally done, look. In here. Through here. All tidy. Downstairs bathroom. Totally tidy. Look, looks like a hotel. Upstairs. Just the same. It's like it the whole way round. Anyway, we've been trying to broker deals with ourselves all day and saying, what can we do? How can we keep it like this? We've discussed one night. Oh, look, there's my shoes there. Look, shoes on this. Why are they there? Do we have one night a week where we all go off for an hour, half an hour, and just clear up our area? Because even Maddie's room next door is all completely tidy now. 16-year-old, tidy bedroom. Everything is heaven, which must be so nice for poor old Kiki, because I feel so sorry for Kiki, because she's a tidy, organised person, and she's got me as her mum. I'm sure she got the wrong one. Me and Kay always say, oh, Bonnie should have been my kid, and Kiki should have been her kid. So, pretty pleased with myself. I might wash the floor tomorrow. Oh, look, even in here, look. Giving it another, we're getting there. This has been layers. It's layers and layers. There's still stuff there to get rid of, but we're getting there. We are really getting there. Very soon, we could start the building in there very soon. Toffee's been so annoying today. Don't know, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? It's because you've been up to town, isn't it? Where have you gone? It's because you've been up to town, Toffs. Isn't it? So you're full of yourself now, aren't you? Eh? What do I cook for dinner tonight? I bet I've hardly got anything. What have I got? I've got, oh my God, I hate it when Mark buys this stuff. It's so bad for you. I've got ham. I've got breaded chicken bits. I've got chicken breasts. Maybe, what could I do? Maybe a Thai curry. Mind you, we went to Wagamama's and Mark had curry there, so he probably won't want curry. Let's have a look in here. What have I got? What have I got? Look at my drawer. So what have I got in the drawer? The dreaded drawer. Da-da-da-da-da-da-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Oh, I know what Mark loves. Chimichanga. So that would be... Yeah, no, but he'll want too much of it. It's this, black beans. I could cook that with onions and garlic and chicken and cumin and spice. And you could have that in a wrap. Yeah, I'm going to make that. Even though he's been very naughty, I'm going to make him that. Are you hungry? Because you had Wagga Mamas.
I feel totally disheartened and ill at ease about what on earth I want to eat.
Right. Well, you don't
I'm not
need to
being
because
spoiled.
luckily you have an in-house,
No, no,
inbuilt
no,
chef.
Yeah, no,
chef.
I appreciate
So I was
that. It's not
thinking.
even about wanting something cooked or not.
I was thinking black beans
Yeah.
that you like, avocado, chicken.
Yeah, that sounds lovely. Thank you.
Because you know how I usually do it in a fajita
Yeah.
with rice, which is a lot of double carbs. How about having either it in a wrap without the rice, or have rice, have it all mixed together with rice.
No,
Just got to show you Mark's face. You're not hungry?
Yeah. the problem is I'm always hungry.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you. What would you like for dinner?
Right. I'm not saying that I'm not grateful for you offering. It's not the offering of the food that's the problem. I feel like you understand Overeaters Anonymous. I feel enslaved to my stomach right now. I feel constantly hungry. I'm sick of it. I'm attaching happiness to it now, where I'm thinking, I don't feel particularly happy if I can't think I've got something to look forward to eat.
Well, no. The reason why you might think I'm not sympathetic is because I'm all the time telling you what I think you need to do, but you don't want to do
It's
it,
not
and that's
about-
your choice. But
No,
hang on a minute. No,
no,
let me
I
finish.
appreciate
Because you
that,
just
but I
spoke.
can't do it.
No, but you just spoke and you didn't let me finish. So can I finish? So all I'm going to do is ask you what you'd like to eat, because I know what you need to do to be better.
I know, it's not that...
But you don't want to do it. You don't want to
It's
do
not- no, no, no,
meditation.
yeah, but you're
You
saying
don't want
it's
to do
like saying the
yoga.
alcoholic, but in the way that you say you don't want to do it, it's like you're being willfully annoying. I can't.
No, I
do
didn't.
it.
No.
I feel
no,
like
no,
I
no.
can't do it.
I'm not saying you're being willfully annoying, but what I'm saying is you don't want to do anything to help yourself.
I do. I want to do
You
everything.
don't. You're
but
not going to
everything
AA.
involves me
You don't
having-
go to AA. You haven't been to AA for months and months and months. You don't go to CBT. You don't do yoga. A few weeks ago, you said what I'm going to do is listen to music instead of meditation. You haven't done that. So because you're on a constant cycle of stress, cortisol, and then how you fix it is with food. But there's only so many times I can say it. So to say I'm not sympathetic is not fair.
I wasn't saying you're not sympathetic.
You did. You said if somebody said that online or if somebody says that, you're sympathy. What you don't seem to realise is that I'm a victim to my stomach. That's what you just said. I do understand. I understand very well what you're going through, but you don't want to fix it. Because where there's a will, there's a way. You want to be in this cycle of despair.
No, I don't. I can't
Well,
stand
then
it.
you need to do the things that I keep telling you need to do. You need to meditate or do something like meditation every day. You need to de-stress. You need to have a time where you switch off the computer, you switch off the phone. You need to decompress. You need to take yourself off, read for an hour. All these things that I say to you all the time. I say to you, you need to drink 2 litres of water, because often you get confused thinking you're hungry and actually you're dehydrated. I tell you to take your vitamins every day. Don't I?
I don't even know where my vitamins are.
I bought you a new Barocca yesterday and I showed you
yeah, the
exactly where
Barocca,
it
I like
was.
the Barocca.
I've given up with anything else trying to get you to. So can you take that back, that I'm not sympathetic?
I didn't literally mean. No, just. I think maybe it's the tone of voice. Just sounds like it's one.
Well, I
of,
just said, what do you want for dinner?
No. Oh God, this is going the wrong way. I wasn't in any way not being grateful for you. It was lovely what you're offering. For
No,
dinner.
no, sweetheart.
I'm thinking
I'm
beyond.
not saying.
I'm thinking beyond the lovely meal you're going to make.
I know.
I'm thinking beyond
I know.
that. I feel.
You're
entrapped
thinking,
and
even though I have a
enslaved,
lovely meal,
even though
I
know
want
I'll
something
have a lovely
after.
meal cooked beautifully by my lovely wife, for which I am indebted and incredibly grateful. I know that beyond it, there is unhappiness waiting for me later.
But that's what I'm talking about. You are now, what you are doing now is very clever, and it's what the addict does. It's very clever what you just tried to do. You went, I am incredibly grateful to my wife for cooking this meal. I don't want you to be grateful. I know you're grateful when I cook. I have no doubt that you're grateful. That is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is that we all know after that meal, later on tonight, you will want a binge. And I'm talking about the fact that you have to look after the reasons why that is, and you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do anything to look after yourself. The most you do is a run.
You make that sound like I'm lazy somehow.
No, it's nothing to do with...
Spiritually
No,
lazy.
no, you're not going to get away with that one either. I'm not saying you're lazy. I'm saying that you're caught in a cycle. You're like on this treadmill of thinking in a really negative way and you can't get off it. And I'm there the whole time going, hi, do you want to do this? Do you want to? And you're like, no, you're just like, it's your nature. It's your obsessive, addictive nature. It's not willful. It's not nasty. It's not horrible. Your intentions aren't mean. They're brutally mean to guess who? Yourself. Ultimately, the most brutal you are. I mean, it's like, I know that everyone fucking hates yoga. Yoga's a bloody nightmare. But there is something that one gets from it. And you're seeing me over and over again go, oh my God, I feel so different. Oh my God, that really helped. But you will not entertain even trying it. You will not drink 2 litres of water. You just will not do it. I've been saying it for 15 years. You won't do it. Because you won't take the self-care. I'm not talking about what you think about me at all. I know you love me and I know you appreciate me. I'm talking about, do you love and appreciate yourself enough to drink 2 litres of water, to take a bit of time out, to turn your effing phone off, to maybe stop working like before 11 o'clock at night? No. And all of that leads to a binge, because all of that is what leaves you with the anxiety that putting food into your mouth pushes down the feelings. And for anyone else, any subs who have the same problem, I have to be vigilant all the time not to do that. I came in today when you went out, I felt all discombobulated from seeing that art and it had left me feeling a bit upset and a bit weird. I stuffed half a waffle. I knew exactly what I'd done. It's because I didn't...
Today?
Yeah, because I knew, but it was in there, it was one of the frozen ones. But I stopped myself after half a waffle because I could have gone on a major binge, and I knew what it was I was trying to swallow down my feelings because I didn't know what to do with these feelings. I didn't know what to do with the anxiety.
I just went to the petrol station. My hand hovered over 2 packets of chicken flavoured crisps, a packet of Galaxy counters. I was all set to pull over. It makes me want to cry. Not literally, but in my soul, pull over and stuff my face and pretend that I hadn't had them. So what I did instead was my hand skirted past the chicken crisps.
Good, well done.
I heard the words, what's that weird thing I've been doing?
Nothing tastes as good as Slim Foods.
No, what's that weird diet where you only eat fat?
Oh, keto.
So I thought keto, so I grabbed a packet of pork scratchings.
Yeah, but you're not on a keto diet.
I know, so I may as well have not done that. So I
no,
had
what
something.
you needed to was I had something. So you had something, but you stopped.
More.
No, but you stopped.
Yeah.
So that's good, and you got back on the wagon. And the thing is, did it sort out the anxiety and the sadness in you? That bag of pork, right? So we know that now. So what you need now is like a good, healthy dinner. And you're going to have black beans, you're going to have chicken, you're maybe going to have a bit of rice, a bit of avocado. Any hunger that comes on later in the evening, because we know that it can't be physical hunger, we know is emotional hunger. And so you've got to have something that you do other than lock into the computer or lock into something else. You might have to take yourself off, have a cry, have a stretch, lie down, read a book, lie in a bath, a bit of self-care. That is where the binge comes from, Mark. It's emotional hunger. That's why when I say to you, but Mark, you can't be hungry because you've had 2 chicken breasts, a sweet potato, vegetables, and you get angry because you think I'm saying, or you get upset because you think I'm angry with you. I'm not angry with you for being hungry. I'm frustrated with you because how many more years is this going to go on where you're not going to... Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to visit AA again? Are you going to go to CBT again?
But it's not, yes.
Or not, or you can just do a lot more spiritual stuff. And the only reason I say this is from a standpoint of I'm having the same battle every sodding,
It's a
boring,
battle, it's a
bloody
constant
day.
battle.
And so many people are. Whether it be food, whether it be alcohol, whether it be shopping, whether it be chocolate. Somebody at work was saying to me the other day they had to be hypnotised to stop eating chocolate because it was you would be so surprised. You would be so surprised who it is. I can't say
It's
who it
getting
is.
to the point where we can forget the alcohol. The alcohol's an absolute fucking piece of piss.
Well, only
where
because
we can't have any food type whatsoever without me ravishing the lot. I mean,
yeah, but come on, you know enough about addiction to know that if you put the alcohol there, it would be the alcohol. It's only because the alcohol is taken out.
yeah, but we have alcohol in the house. I'm not interested.
No,
in
no,
the
but
alcohol. That's
but
my point.
alcohol you have totally sorted out. You don't touch it. But food, it's like the thing that you learn in the Priory in AA. First thought, second thought. First thought is I'm going to have 2 packets of chicken crisps. Because right now I'm so angry or I'm so upset or I'm so frustrated or I'm so whatever. And those 2 bags of crisps right now is going to fix how I feel right now. Or that large gin and tonic is going to fix how I feel right now. It's going to last 1 minute. Because I've never seen you take longer than a minute to eat 2 packets of chicken crisps.
I don't take longer than a minute to eat anything.
Right, and then how are the feelings straight afterwards?
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. So you've just got to stop yourself. Like when you've told me about in the early days of recovery when you were in hotels and stuff and you thought, God, I've got a mini bar there. I could just have a drink and nobody will know. And I said to you, what made you stop? And you said, because I knew that the second thought of that was going to be hell, carnage. You've just got to employ that with the food. It's so much harder with food if you're a food addict because you've got to eat to stay alive. You can't abstain from it. But what you've got to do is go, I've had a healthy meal with enough protein, carbs. It was tasty. It looked good. It tasted good. I've had all those sensory pleasures. Now my only hunger is emotional hunger. Is it because I'm having a row with my daughter? Is it because I'm frustrated with work? Is it because of this? And you've got to go through the checklist. And whatever it is that is agitating you, you have to sit with it and you have to go, it's that. I feel sad about this or I feel angry about this. And you have to sit with it. And then you have to do whatever. For me, it is stretching. I stretch a lot, don't I, when we're watching the telly. Just stretch all the feelings out. I have a cup of tea. I have a bath. I have an itch. You know, what else are you going to do apart from going to the food?
Yeah, but so much of what I want to do in any of those situations is, for most people, would be considered, well, I'd want to write or I'd want to...
Nobody's stopping you.
No, I know, but that in itself, I'll come out of that. It's quite an emotional experience. Trying to write, successfully for work or creatively or whatever it is that I'm doing, for film, say, or whatever, you've got to get it right. So it's actually, even what I consider my pleasure time or downtime becomes really task-driven. And then I become.
But I think that's the same case for a lot of people.
I think that's the struggle going back to this thing of a Friday
I mean,
night.
how many?
Okay,
just to
hang on,
relate it back to
let me
people
just say-
that are just in that moment though, just to relate it back to the people that are listening, so it's not just all about us. I'm sure a lot of people would, in a different way, relate to that. So it might not be writing, but if you've got a husband that just goes to the computer or goes to video games, or like some of my friends, they'll be cleaning all night, doing the washing, doing this, doing that. It's all about distraction, and there is a difference. So when you immediately say, yeah, but I would go and write, and then it's got to be, that's not really doing something of self-care. That's doing something that is still you driving yourself. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, even if I was to, so theoretically, sitting in front of the telly and just switching off and watching crap telly, you aligned that the other day to eating junk food, and that's not good for you.
No, but listen, what you're doing is classic addict behaviour. You're giving me a whole set of circumstances that won't work. Why don't you try and find one that will work? Well, I can't do that because of that, and I don't want to sit in front of the telly because that's, don't do those two things then.
Are we all programmed to want to reward ourselves with something at some point all the time in return for, it's like...
No, but when okay, let me go back to what I'm saying.
that's the
So you've had a
problem.
gorgeous Wagamama's for lunch, you had a lovely breakfast,
You're gonna
and
be
you're going to have a
saying
lovely
I'm
dinner.
spoiled
No,
now.
listen.
I'm not
So all the
disputing
food
either of
rewards
those
are
things.
there. For the food rewards are there,
Yeah.
right? So you've had that, unless you're eating 24/7, which you can't do. So what other things in your life can you reward yourself with self-care and self-love? What could you do? Why can't you go, you love to read, you're an English graduate. Why can't you, even though I've said to you 10 million times, you've gone, oh, well, I feel guilty. There's nothing to feel guilty about. Maddie's at drama, Kiki's perfectly happy, the house is immaculate, the dogs are fed, the dogs are walked, the vlog is done, the podcast is up, you've done your writing for the day. Why can't you go and have a hot bath and lie in the bed and read? Tell me now.
Because I'll get restless.
Well, that's what you're going to have to work through, and that's the mindfulness I keep talking to you about. That's the problem, darling. And I think all of you, I think so many of you guys will, and it's the same with me, and I know exactly what you mean. Oh my God, what am I going to do? We're all just driving ourselves. That's why, you know, I am going to keep on with the yoga. I am going to keep on with the meditation because I've got this too. I've got the same dis-ease as you've got. And I'm not saying this from a position. I get excited
about the weekend, right, on a Friday, but then I get to a place of sheer dread of the time, dread of what needs to be done, dread of fitting it all in, dread of making the best use of it.
But that is addictive behaviour. Because there isn't really anything to dread tonight, is there? There isn't really. Why don't we sit and watch that thing that we recorded last night, turn our phones off and just sit and watch that thing we recorded with Helen McCrory? Why not? Give me all the reasons why we couldn't allow ourselves to do that tonight. And they will all be really fabricated through the need to be agitated and driven and workaholism.
Well, there's no reason I can give, but I mean, it's whether one can do it comfortably and happily.
Well, let's give it a good go.
Okay.
Okay. And if you are like the two of us, what can you do tonight to give yourself a little self-care and a little self-love? So we're going to stop filming now. And we will see you tomorrow on the weekend vlog. And we've put loads of stuff up this week. We put a podcast up, How to Stay Married So Far, all about codependency. We reviewed the Michael Jackson documentaries, which I'm sure a lot of you might watch this weekend. There's so much up on the channel, just scoot around. But we're not shooting anything more today for this vlog, Mark. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.